Okay, here we go. Let me just click this here. There's the link in the chat. People want to join. Okay, now I want to show something really quick here. Here we have the northern and southern celestial hemispheres map of the sky. Now I want you guys to take a look at this. Do you see in the middle of these two how it comes together and then it separates? Now the globers would have you believe that this is just the top and the bottom of the ball, like looking up at the sky. But the reason that it destroys the heliocentric model is you have to look in the center here of how these two dual star rotations, the constellations will come together in the center, and then the same stars will move in opposite directions. Now you may be wondering like how that's possible, right? So let me show you this. This is an old depiction, looks like Arabic writing of the same thing, the northern and southern celestial hemispheres. How the constellations in the center, it will come together and then they separate. You see that? How in the center there it looks like the Centaur, the Archer, maybe that's Sagittarius. You could see Scorpio beneath. You can see how it separates. And then we have dual star rotation. It's like, how is that possible, right? So now let me show you this one. This is what's going on. This is the equatorial star trails. As you could see, the stars are to come together right in the center, and then they split off into opposite directions, right? And then the reason for that is perspective distortion. What's really happening, let me remove this. Actually, let me find another one here. Should have had this all together earlier, but you know how it is. Where is it? This one? Oh, I see. We have a friend joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage, we have Mr. Sam Abu Kaya, Flat Earth Reconnaissance.
What's going on, man? What's up? I don't know if you hear me good. Wait a second. I'm gonna.
I can kind of hear you. You
Yeah,
might
wait a
want to turn
second.
up a little bit.
Yeah. Wait a second. I'm gonna just get that mic closer. Can you hear me a little better now?
Yes, I can hear you great. Sam, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Like always busy. Always busy. Always always
Nice.
working. What's up?
Now I like the video you sent me. That was pretty cool.
So you
Yeah,
you know gives you a little taste. Little
yeah, I think you're doing some excellent work. I
Thank you.
can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see the finished project,
Yeah.
the
It's gonna
finished
be good.
product.
It's gonna be good. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of material. You have to go through like hundreds and hundreds of videos. It's not. I'm not exaggerating. It's like hundreds. So,
Yeah.
when you want to analyze a guy like this, that can make like up to like six live streams a day, you know, for like 10 years, and
Yeah.
say so much, say so much and does so much. So it's not easy to just like scrutinize everything he says, everything he does, and it takes
And we
time,
can
but it's
describe who
possible.
we're talking about, right? We can say who
Yeah, of course,
you're
it's
making
that.
a video about, right? We could talk
But
about that.
but and David Wise, of course, because check it out. It's very important. It's not just like to criticize somebody. It's not just to attack anybody. We're not like this. We just like we are being attacked. We are being hurt, and we are being attacked by the people that we admire the most. People that
Yes.
did the most for the community. So wait a second. That's a big shock. That's a big like whoa. You understand? So it's very important for us to understand what's going on. First of all, it won't happen again, and in order to know what's behind this, what's the plan, why. And when we analyze all this, like calmly, we're going slow, we just check everything out, just like flat earthers, should do. So we understand. We can see the whole picture, and it's like wow.
Well, I
So
mean, that guy David Weiss, he was always pretty questionable. Like he was
I don't
always
know.
saying some kind of whack stuff, and then
Check it
like
out.
when he debated that guy Professor Dave, I thought he did a poor job. Like he intentionally lost, and that
You
was
know,
back in 2022, I think.
I came in late. I came in like I'm just a flat earther for like about a couple of years, so I didn't have the time to to see him and to see everything he did. Like before. Only now I'm covering it because I'm investigating the, the subject. But the thing is that to my eyes, the way I saw it, he was a great guy, and he still has a lot of quality. He's still lovable. You know, I have no problem with that. He's an exceptional man. Always, I always would say that. The problem is that uh, you know, what does he do with his exceptionality? What does he do with all his qualities? So
Yes.
that's the thing. Again, to do something good is not a license. It's not a license to how do you call it? To betray people.
Yeah, exactly.
You
And people
understand?
might be wondering like what that means, though. Like for
Exactly
him to
because
be like like allegedly like a leader of flat Earth, but at the same time uh, giving credibility to the fraud that was Final Experiment by saying, "Oh, they were there, they saw this, believe the people," right? So I am, I'm looking forward to your video coming out, the expose.
well, the thing is that I don't create nothing. All I do is I investigate.
Yes,
I
yes,
take what the guy says, what the guy does, how he debunks things, and with very simple, basic logic, I can expose his entire, strategy and game. And
yeah,
I'm not, saying things lightly. That means that uh, I might be not a good scientist, but I tell you, I know people, and I know how to investigate people. It takes time, need patience. You need
yes,
to be
yes,
cold. You need to be fair. You need to be like
yes, fair.
neutral because you cannot be
Well,
involved in situations.
that's what I saw about what I saw so far is that it's their words, it's the people's own words.
That's
You
it
know,
exactly.
you're not giving them quotes that they didn't
Yeah,
say. You're using their own,
that one, of course. What he says.
and that's
So of
honest.
course, sometimes people can make mistakes. I understand this, but here we are much way beyond mistakes. Those are not mistakes. People that do what they do, they cannot show you on one side they have logic and common sense and they're bright and they're smart, and then on the other side they're like stupid. They don't make sense. They play stupid. You understand? So
Yes, I understand.
it kind of insults our intelligence. Besides the insults that he can you know give to flatterers, there's also like a big insult of our intelligence. Like uh, these people believe that we really like stupid. We're gonna show them that we're not. We're gonna show them who's stupid and who's nasty. You
Yeah,
understand? So
exactly.
so so the thing is that again, if I can put that in so many words, you fuck with the flat Earth community, you fuck with the best. You
Yeah.
understand? You're fucking with us, you're fucking with the best, and we're gonna
Yes.
prove it to you. We don't have, we don't exaggerate. Maybe you can think we exaggerate, but we don't. It's true. The flat Earth community is made out of exceptional people. I'm talking about, like, of course, real flat earthers, right? It's made out of exceptional people,
I agree.
exceptional, all of them. And it doesn't matter if we agree or not on some things. Look, for example, I have a flag behind me of Israel. A lot of people are like against the state of Israel, maybe against Jews. I even talked to flat earthers that believe that Jews, like, slaughter babies and drink their blood, or they use their blood to make, like, our bread. It's okay. It's okay. You're still a flat earther, and you already proved that you're smart and that you're wise. You already have that medal of wisdom there on your wall.
Well, I
So
don't think that about you, Sam. I
no,
don't
I
think
know, I know,
Jewish
but
people do
no,
that. I
it's
mean,
okay. But as long as you're a flat earther, you have the right not to be right on some things. But I know that you live according to what you believe. if I believe that, I also was, will react the way they do. The problem is that they don't have enough information to think with, or not the wrong info, or not the right information to think with. But that's okay. I also thought they went to the moon. I also thought of this, all kinds of shit. That's okay. I can never, uh, curse the flat Earth community, and I could never say, "Oh, they're stupid, they're fucking idiots." I can't. It's not possible, because I already, crossed that line where I recognize them as precious. Doesn't matter if they are wrong on something. Doesn't matter if they believe into some absurd, theories. It's okay. As long as they're flat earthers, they're gonna understand. They're gonna be all right. At one
Yeah.
point, they're gonna accept the truth because they're seeking for the truth, and this is what's important. Doesn't matter what you believe in. Doesn't matter, if you're wrong on some things. But the main thing is that you're a human being. You have those human values. You want to look for the truth. So you're ready to fight for the truth, to invest everything you have, everything you are for the truth, and that's enough. This is the basis on which we can build. What we can build.
I think of
empire
it
on this.
like the flat Earth people. It's like we're honest. We're all different,
exactly,
but we're
that's the
all
point.
being honest about what we're seeing.
Of
Like
course,
from
exactly.
whatever our background was, Christian, Muslim, Jewish,
Yeah, it doesn't
whatever.
matter. Yeah.
We're all just. It's almost at the same time. Like even though it's the last couple years, it feels like it's at the same time we're all waking up.
Exactly. And I wanted to tell you, just to be flat earthers is just like having a license to be wrong. You can be wrong because you have the potential to understand that you're wrong and to correct, because you have what it takes. Lots of people don't have what it takes. They're gonna stay wrong all their life. But if we're wrong on some subjects, except for flat Earth, because I know we already like understood about the shape of the Earth.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things we still don't understand. We still believe. We didn't find the truth about lots of things yet. So it's normal that in the quest for truth, we didn't get to the end. We still working on it. So
Like
so
what I
that,
find though is like when the globers start talking about something and they say, "Oh, this is because the Earth is a globe," and you start looking into it, and it's like, wow, what they're talking about is they're confused about something, and by default saying it's a globe. But as a flat earther, I feel like we do have liberty, like you said, to be wrong because we could figure out what the truth is.
we have a
Because
license to be wrong.
we were globers, under
Exactly.
that same confusion, and we're like,
Uh,
you know what? Let me think about this for a second. You know, are we really going 1,000 miles an hour?
exactly. So that's the whole thing, that
Oh,
as
nice.
long as you're looking for the truth, you have you have the right to be wrong on some things, because you won't be wrong too long, because at one point you're going to accept the truth, you're going to find the truth, because you are seeking for the truth. You're going to find it. Doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you don't have it yet, you didn't find it yet, it's all right, but you're
And
still
so
digging.
now where we are is whoever is in the control, right, of what is it, the government or the elite, they want to try to control flat Earth by infiltrating it and trying to set up leaders in flat Earth that can control it and give credibility to like final experiment fraud and so forth. Like we got
Well,
another one. We got another viewer, Lord Racer. Halo neighbor. What's up, everybody?
so the thing is that what we have to understand is this: God made the flat earth. He made the shape of the earth. He made all these mechanisms, going. So this is not attackable. This is not destroyable. They cannot destroy this. However, the flat earth community was made by men. So this is easier to destroy, easier to disrupt. You understand? So when you analyze TFE and everything else, you see that actually it was never meant to prove that the earth is a globe. This is to fool you. And this is one of the reasons they made so many mistakes, because they don't care. And they cannot prove it anyways. With everything you can give them all the money in the world, They cannot prove it. Look at NASA. They have like $100 million a day. They cannot prove it. It's all fake. It's easy to see that it's fake. You understand? So
Yeah.
the thing is that the real objective of these people is the flat Earth community. Because if you destroy the flat Earth community, if you implode it, you implode flat Earth. If there is no more people,
Yeah, but
with the potential to organize themselves,
look at the people are getting exposed though. Like all of those people like Jaron, Austin, Mark Sargent, Dave Weiss, Karen B, and now watch, even Flat Zoid. He's getting they're all exposed. And I remember I called out Flat Zoid months ago. I don't know if you remember, you and Mikey Smith were on my show, and I was like playing videos
Yeah.
of. I'm like, wow, what's up with Flatzoid?
So
You see how his channel changed and all that, and then how he, you remember all that? That was funny.
I remember, but I like I told you, about Flazoid. I heard about Benjo talking about him and everything, and I respect Benjo because he's very acute and he proved it many
Yeah.
times. Everything he said about everybody, ended up to be right. So he always ends up, to be right. So this is a fact. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm listening to him. But on the other hand, I saw Flazoid. I went to his podcast. I never saw directly anything wrong with the guy. He's like, okay, he has his own beliefs. He thinks a lot. He likes to dig. He likes to understand things. So, at my level, I don't see yet anything wrong. Now, of course, if he has friends that are like all like suspicious, it's also a red flag. But again,
yeah,
at that
you
point,
remember,
today I cannot take sides because I don't see nothing wrong with him at that point. So
no,
I'm just
watch. It's like
listening.
he had those guys. He had the Final Experiment guys on his show, and they were like friends. They were like buddies.
Yeah,
he had
but
like all those guys. And then I remember thinking, like, why is he not debating them? Why is he like
check it out.
not holding their feet to the fire? And another thing, when Flatzoid would do the debates, he didn't do a good job. He would just repeat the same things, and he never like hit the home run. He never nailed him. And I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong with this guy. But it's kind of hard to spot,
Well, the thing is that to my eyes, being fair, I can accept, that a guy might have friends on the other side. I have no problem with this. The problem is that if he shares their idea, if he shares their ideas, that's a problem. If he shares just a friendship, you can be friend with a guy that you can be friend with Mactoon and don't agree with him. You can tell him, just fuck you. You don't.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
right.
That's what I mean. Like, not keeping them accountable.
So that's
not pointing out, hey, this is fake. Like they were being nice.
That's something else. If the speech is the same, so that's a problem. But if it's not the same, you have just friends that you friend with because you know them or whatever, you like them. For example, that the drunk debunk show, that fat guy there. I don't like at all what he does, because it's like for me it's a scum. But I like him. I don't hate him. He's likable. He's even part of the Flat Earth family because he's always there, like trying to break us. But he's likable. So I can like the guy, but I'm never going to say what he says. I'm not going to agree with what he says. This is a big difference.
Yeah,
so I can like the guy. I can discuss with. We can curse each other. We can go fight together. But I will not agree with him. But I can like the guy. So I understand that duality. I can accept it to some extent. Again, if he shares the ideas of these guys and if he just spreads them and tells things as that's of course a red flag. You cannot.
Well, that's what I noticed about Flatzoid, how he was trying to say that those guys were in Antarctica. He kept saying that.
So it depends. They were not in Antarctica. That's impossible. Okay?
Yeah, there's no proof. There's only proof that you had to fake it. That's the only proof they have.
There is only proof that they were not. All the proof that we had is that they could not be in Antarctica. Even if you want to believe in it, you cannot, because there's too much evidence that they could not be in Antarctica. That trip never occurred, never took place. We have enough proofs of this. Now it's possible that he said that he believed they were in Antarctica in the beginning. Like many people in the beginning, I also thought they were in Antarctica. In the beginning, when I saw the movies, I understood. Okay, they're in Antarctica. They faked.
Well, no, for me,
at the end, Yeah.
Well, like for me, I knew they had to fake it because what
No,
they're
that's for
it's
sure.
like because I understand how it is impossible, how the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is impossible.
Yeah, that's
So
for sure.
I knew they were gonna fake it.
That's for sure. But the thing is that again, can they fake it by being there or not being there? So the question is that even David Wise, he doesn't care if they fake it. Say, okay, they fake the skies, they fake the snow, they fake everything, but they were there. So that's fucking
That's
crazy to
that's
say
the
that.
point. That's the
You
point
understand?
there. Like
So it's very important for them to make believe that they were there, but they could not be there. It's impossible. There's nothing. There is
yes.
no real footage. There's not like 1 second of footage that can prove that they were there. It's fucking bullshit. So again, if you believed in the beginning they were in Antarctica, it's okay because you know that's normal. You know, but you know as we go along with all the evidence that we have,
Yes.
we cannot say that anymore. If today somebody tells you you know they were in Antarctica, it's a big red flag because all the logic and the common sense you know you have to
Okay, I
understand
think
that
I
the
know what
Earth
you
is,
mean.
is flat because you
Like I
cannot
think I
say
know what you
okay
mean. Like at first, the people could be confused.
yeah no
Like
problem
they're
say
thinking,
that you
is
know
this real? Is this fake? Is it?
yeah but now we have
But
too much evidence now it's impossible.
now we know it was completely fake.
Whoever says that the word Antarctica today is it's a red flag. It's like you know because you cannot say that. You cannot have the common sense to understand that you know the Earth is flat, the common sense to understand how they are lying to us and everything, and then think they were in Antarctica. You got to be a
Yeah,
fucking idiot. You got to be
especially
fucking crazy. So it's
seeing the
not.
glitches, right? Especially seeing the mistakes.
You cannot have like you know straight lines in the skies in Antarctica. You have to be an idiot. You cannot have like snow that where there are no fingerprints. You have to be an idiot. And if you tell me that the snow was too stiff, so what happened with the snow that which it brought like you know
Exactly.
a few
Yes.
meters away that was soft?
Right. Right. Because they said the
Yeah,
snow was so hard they could
yeah.
not leave
Okay,
footprints.
so now they're
But
gonna tell you
yeah, Austin
they're gonna
could get a scoop of it.
yeah, yeah, of course. So they're gonna tell you, oh, the snow was maybe under the wind over there, but over there like was warmer. Maybe there was like a source of hot water there. You know,
Yeah.
they're gonna tell you all kinds of you know bullshit. Those people are crazy. So the thing is that you know, with common sense, you understand this is all fake. All that debunking shit is fake, and intentionally faked. It's like they do it on purpose. They engineer the fake debunking. So that's the thing that you know uh, confirms a little bit that they're in on it.
Do you
You
want to
understand?
show part of your video now, or do you want to
Uh,
save that for later?
I prefer
Because
to save that for later because, anyways, it's not even
okay,
finished yet. You know, I have a few things.
could we talk about it a little bit? Would
Of
that be
course, of course,
okay?
of course, of course. We're here for
It's
that.
great, Sam. I want to say that video,
Yeah, you
what I
saw that?
saw, man, that it's like I want to say probably your best video because of the way you put it together.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
So it's
a real skill of editing, and yeah, it's great. It's great,
I
dude.
never did that stuff. I
You
never.
make me look good. Like the part where you show me talking with Dave. Oh, it's this one scene goes to the next, goes to the next. It's awesome.
Yeah,
So
that's it. You have to picture a little bit before, but it's a lot of work. It took me a long time. We also had like a little you know dispute with Iran, you know, in the middle. So it you
yeah.
know it took me a little you know
Oh yes. Okay.
time to get back on there.
But that video you made, that could be one of those big ones. You know, like
Well,
sometimes people will make a video that gets big. You know, even
this is
like a Hibbler or something. You know, or like
yeah,
you know how Vika and those guys they would make movies sometimes. Like
yeah,
your
it's a
expose is going to be like that, like
yeah,
a
yeah,
big one.
it has to be because you attack like a dinosaur. You attack a big guy. David Weiss is that we want it or not is prominent figures of flat Earth. He's a big guy in flat Earth. He made it himself or with the help of people. I don't know. It's well deserved because he worked hard. I have no problem with this. Even with this app, if he makes money, I have no problem. I think that somebody that invents something, creates something, invests money into it, and it works, you know,
I
God
just don't
bless.
like
You
he
know,
says dumb
I don't
things.
care about
You
this
know,
that he makes money.
like I don't like he says dumb things and like how he's connected with those people of Final Experiment and just in general. It's like I
Well,
just
I'm not very,
bad sense
very.
about this guy.
It's not what bothers me because I don't see very much too many links with the TFE people. What I'm worried about, what shocks me and what bothers me, is what he says when he takes us for fools,
Yeah, exactly.
when he makes false debunks, when he suddenly about TFE is getting stupid now. As he, before that he was smart with flat Earth, but now he's he's
Yes.
becoming
Like,
stupid,
like if
and he's
it was
becoming like
something
a
else,
glober.
right? Like if it was something else, he would be
Exactly.
intelligent about it.
Exactly. And at the
But
same
because
time,
he's talking about the final experiment, he gets dumb. Suddenly he's dumb and doesn't
yes,
understand logic.
exactly. So
That's funny.
you understand? So that's the point. So it's not just like a feeling. It's not just an impression. We prove that. We explain that. We expose that very clearly, very simply. I tell you, the truth is always simple. Lies have to be complicated, to confuse people. But the truth is very simple. Just put some light on on the on the lies, and it just melts away, just like.
Yeah.
So the thing is that again, we have to understand how come a guy that looks great like this, that is a great person when you hear him, and he's very very agreeable to discuss with, and how come he can have somehow like such dark side, like such
Because that's
bad
his
reactions
character.
like this.
That's his character. He has to be the flat earth guy, but he has to say dumb things and he has to support final experiment. He can say anything he wants about any flat earth anything, but when it comes to the final experiment, he has to support it.
Well, the thing is that it's even finer than that, because it does not support TFE officially or directly. All he does is he fights against everything that's going to attack TFE, and he pretends that
Yeah,
it
that's
is
his thing.
it is to keep us from looking stupid. But actually, the flat Earth community already looks stupid for like years. We have the entire mass media and social media and sponsorship
Yeah, they
media
tried.
for like fucking years that makes us look stupid.
Well, that's because of the fake
So why
flat
worry
earthers.
now to
Like
look
think of
stupid?
it. Think of it. That was because of the fake flat earthers, like
Of course.
Jaron, Dave Weiss. The people
But
involved with those
wha-
mockumentaries.
whatever reasons, we already look stupid. We don't give a shit to look
I don't
stupid.
look stupid. I look good.
No,
I say the truth.
I'm talking about
Oh, in
for the
general,
people
like
in TV and everything. When you talk about flat earthers in the mass media and in TV on TV and everything, people are gonna just stop. Flat earthers, they're stupid. You understand? So that's like we used to that for like like 10 years, 15 years. For how long we exist. So why suddenly it's so important not to look stupid? You understand? So all this is like when you analyze, there is no logic when it comes to, you know, keeping us from looking stupid or trying to debunk, stupid claims that we make. So at that point, he loses his common sense, and he's acting exactly like Glovers. They're trying to like confuse you with nonsense, and they talk quickly and they just tack 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 tack.
yes,
And
that's what I
you just
noticed.
don't
But
know, don't
I
know.
listen though, like to what they say, and that's how I know Dave Weiss. He's just like Flatzoid. They say they're flat earthers, but they support Final Experiment by saying they were
Well,
in Antarctica when there is no proof of that. That's
I don't know.
how I know they're the same.
I don't know
Flatzoid
if
and Dave Weiss. Because in
Dave
the
Weiss.
but
Dave
dig
Weiss
it,
sticks
Sam.
to that. Yeah, sticks to
Dig
that
it,
until
Sam. It's
now.
very subtle.
But
It's
Flatzoid,
very subtle.
I don't know if Flatzoid says that today.
He did. I
When?
played that on the video. I had you and Mikey Smith, and I was playing clips of Flatzoid.
Yeah, but when?
And
When are the clips from? If it was like from like a year ago, so it's okay.
no,
But
it
if
was
it's like
like
from now,
May. It was probably like May,
it's like
May or something.
a little late already. In May
Yeah,
something,
because
we
we
already
already
knew that it was
yeah,
fake.
that's the whole thing. And I played it, and it's like, see what they're saying? They're very similar,
And you see
but
that
it's very subtle.
in the same time of the TFE shit, suddenly you have all kinds of like new flatter series that are popping up, like the Steven Alonso shit, the Joe Henry model shit, where you have like a globe with a mirror and a light from around the globe, and
Yeah, I seen that. I
many
seen that.
domes all over the place. The fuck is that? This is all from their fucking imagination, And look, it's working. Yes, of course, if you put like a diamond-shaped fucking mirror and Game of Mirrors, you can put like all kinds of mirrors, and at one point you're gonna have some shape of the sun. But all this shit is like doesn't exist in the system. It's out of the imagination. So it's again one way to divide more the flat Earth community to say, oh, you see, it's possible to have 24-hour sun on the Earth if you put
Yeah,
like
but that's
all
the
kinds of
dumb
mirrors
thing,
and globes
right?
and a light. You understand? It's
Yeah, that's what
possible.
I'm
There,
saying.
it's
His
possible to make
character.
3 suns. I tell you something. If you make a right game of mirrors, you can have like 5 suns. You can say you have 5 suns, or you have like okay, you can do anything if you
But
put
that's
like
those are the
mirrors and
fake dumb things that those characters are supposed to say. Like all those guys, the fake flat earthers, they have to say those certain things because their characters are supposed to say that. That's what I'm saying. Like these people are cast to play certain roles, and they can be any weird type they want to be as long as they all agree that Final Experiment was in Antarctica. They
but
have to agree on that.
something we have to understand. I was never in the secret services, but I was private investigator.
It's okay if you were, Sam.
No,
Hey,
no,
it's okay if you
I
are.
never was. I could not be because I am very independent. I couldn't just take orders from an asshole, above me. I cannot,
Okay.
even in my life, I'm always been independent. I don't like to be part of a system and getting a
Okay.
salary every month, every week. But anyways, that's me. So, but I was a private investigator at one point, and I learned a lot of things, and I knew a lot of people. And I knew like bad guys, like and good guys, and people in the police, and people also in the French Secret Service at one point, because when I started my company, they contacted me because I put an ad in the newspaper, and I said, if you want like to spy on somebody, just call me and everything. So they contacted me, the Secret Service, the French FBI contacted me. They said, hey, what's going on? Check it out. It's against the law to do that. Okay, just be careful. Just don't do that and everything. And they told me, if you cross any information that concerns the national security, just tell me. I told them, yeah, of course, I'm not going to do that with this. And we kept in touch and everything, So I know a little bit how they think. So the thing is that when you analyze something, if you have to infiltrate a group of like bank robbers or drug dealers, okay, so you have to send the people with the right skills that are going to look like them, and they're going to just melt inside their community. But when you have to infiltrate a group of thinkers, a group of scientists, a group of smart people like we are, because we're not stupid, we're smart. And the thing is that who you're going to send, you have to send your top men, the best of the best that you have. You cannot send like just a fucking asshole. You have to send somebody that's going to just like yeah, you have to send somebody that's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's going to be at their level. You understand?
So they sent Dave Weiss.
They sent the best. They sent the
But
best
look
that they
at
have.
but it didn't work because people are aware.
Well, yes and no.
Right?
No, for me it did work because it started to work. They will not succeed, but they attain their objective, I believe, so far, to disrupt the community, to implode it, to divide it. But what they don't know is that actually what's going to do is going to reinforce the community, because not only it's going to expose the chills, but it's going to also expose the good one, the true flat earthers. And those one are
Yeah, I
going
guess that's true too.
So the thing is that it's a game, and in the video I'm making, I'm going to explain the that game, what it is, what the objective is.
Yeah, it's excellent, Sam. When you release it, we'll do another live stream. Okay?
Yeah,
Can we
of
do
course.
that and just talk about it? Because I saw a little bit of it. It's awesome.
So
Just a lot of credit, man. A lot of credit to you.
Thanks. But just to tell you, that's the point. I'm gonna make the video. We're gonna, it's gonna be probably like an hour and a half video. It's gonna be like a little heavy. People are gonna see it, watch it, and then the plan is to make a live stream, a big live stream with the best flat earthers that we know, the true flat earthers.
Yeah,
we know,
the real ones, right?
Banjo,
the
Vika,
real people.
Vlad, and all the real people. We're gonna try to get them together, and discuss that in order to close that file. You understand? Because we have other things to do. We have so much to do, so much to plan. So we don't want to lose too much time and energy on these people. But it's important. It's important for us to understand,
And also
what's
not, I
happening.
think a good idea, not waste time talking about like, the Globers. Because to
Yep.
me, the Globers, they're not a threat. The
No, no.
Globers, they're like those people I debate against.
Well,
They're not the threat. The threat is the fake flat earthers
when you know your
that
enemy,
teach dumb. Yeah, they teach dumb things. That's why I see a lot of that going on. They just dumb
in
things.
English, you say know your foe. That means
Know
that
your foe. Yeah,
as soon as you understand that you identify your enemy is dead, because you know where to aim at. But when you don't know
exactly.
the enemy, which is invisible, which is the most dangerous, you don't know where who it is. So you're in trouble, because they know who you are, but you don't know who they are. So that's you're in a
Well,
bad
maybe that's
position.
where we are now, is like seeing that there's a lot of fake people. There's a lot of
Yes,
fake people
but
trying to be leaders,
yeah,
right? They're trying to control groups, and it's not working. In the past, it might have worked, but it's not anymore, because now there's a lot of honest people, right, listening. Like how I was able to tell, like, Flatzoid's fake and Dave Weiss, they're fake. What are they similar about? They're not being honest. That's what's similar about them. They're not being honest.
so
And once that you get it all together, like, okay, these people are just saying dumb things and they're not being honest or using logic.
well, the good thing about it, what I like about all this, is that it gives me some kind of an importance. Because if I see that in front of me, all these guys are spending so fucking much, and they're doing so much work and spending so much in order to just uh, take us down, that means we were something. It's like
Yeah.
you don't go after like people that don't have any worth.
Yeah, like for me, like I was telling you about how they were following me and were taking my picture.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
of
they
course,
sent
this
it
is
to
the
me.
game.
It's like, who am I? I'm
Uh,
not important. I'm not
in my
rich. I'm nothing. You
in
know?
my job, I learned this also. When you have nothing on somebody, you investigate, you don't find nothing, so you're gonna have to try to push him out. That means that you're gonna have to do something that he's gonna see, that's gonna trigger a fear, into him. So he's gonna start moving and making mistakes.
Yeah.
You understand? So the guy is sure of himself. He doesn't sweat. You
So they
cannot
were
catch
just
him.
trying to like scare me to
Yeah, to
not,
scare you. So
but
you
it
maybe
didn't
if you
work.
do something, so maybe you're gonna call somebody, you're gonna do something, and they're gonna catch. They're
Yeah.
gonna catch it. So there is something that they're gonna push you out because I have nothing on you. Because if they really want to surveil you, normally you don't see a thing. People can take your pictures without you knowing it. Never. So if
Yeah,
they
they
show
would
you, they
just
take
keep
a
the
picture.
info, right? Like they would just keep the
There are
info.
so many ways to take pictures of you, even at 1 foot away from you, and you won't even notice, nothing. So
Yeah,
if
exactly.
people want to take your pictures, that's something that you should be able to see. So
And
if
they
they want to
can't
show
they
it to
can't
you,
use my words, because all my words, I use logic. Like I'm telling even if I don't know something, I'll be honest about it. So people can't take a video of me and say, look at this guy saying this here, but he's saying another thing here, you know?
exactly,
And yeah, like I said, it's like I think you were saying we have the freedom to be wrong. Like if we're
exactly,
wrong, it's like, okay, this was wrong.
we
What's
have a
the truth?
license to be wrong,
Yes. But not
and
to
that
stay wrong, right? We don't
what
stay
we
in the
cannot stay wrong, because we are seeking for the truth. We are truth diggers. So automatically, even if we are wrong, it's just a matter of time until we are right. You understand?
Yeah,
But the other
exactly.
guys that don't look for the truth, they're already dead. They're like stuck in it. They're stuck in lies. It's okay. You just embrace lies. You live. We don't. We just want to get out of it. And this is that desire, that will, that we have, that saves us. You understand? So it doesn't
Exactly.
matter if we're wrong. If we're wrong now, just wait a little more, and you're gonna see that again. We're gonna be right. Also about this also. So the thing is that again, we have to understand something very important. The flat earth community, even though it's not organized, it's not structured, and this is my agenda all the time. I always say that we have to get organized, we have to get structured. Fuck the money, fuck everything. We have to do quick. We have to do it quickly. We have to really organize ourselves to be strong. But anyways, the thing is that again, the big fear of these people is that we're getting organized and that we are getting a structure. For example, look at Mikey Smith. Okay, he just filed a lawsuit against the Canadian space agency, but he's one guy. It's okay, it's a legal lawsuit and everything. He can maybe scare them a little bit. I don't know. He might succeed a little bit into what he's doing. But imagine if instead of like one guy, it was like one associations with 20 million people, 20 million members.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing. You understand? So,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
okay, and with money and with the best lawyers, because when you have like millions of people, you have also millions of dollars and you have billions. And I always say that people say, oh, but we don't want to make money. Yes, we want to make money. We want to make a lot of money. We need fucking billions, because we're gonna have to build our intelligence and security network worldwide. We're gonna have to create our own communication, network worldwide. We're gonna have to support channels worldwide. We're gonna have to create our own political parties in every fucking state, every fucking country. Just like there are the Greens, the people like for Greenpeace and all that shit in every country. It doesn't matter if they have like 1% or 2%. But same thing in every country. It should be like a flat Earth movement, a flat Earth political party with representatives. It doesn't matter if we take the government or not.
I could see the shills going straight to that.
This is what they're scared.
You know what I mean? They would go straight to that.
When you think about it, we have all the potential to make it happen. We have the people, we have the brains, we have the heart, we have everything to make it happen. And this is what they're very fucking scared of. This is why they're aiming at imploding the community, so it never gets organized. You understand? Because we can take over. We can build our own new world
value
order.
in that. There is value in that.
Of course, you kidding me?
I could see that. But I'd just be weary about the shills, because like any type of group, okay, like think about channels on YouTube. If you look at the comment section, there's people that want to be moderators. Do you ever see that? Like people actively trying to be moderators on multiple channels. Mm-hmm. Those are the infiltrators.
So I tell you something.
So that's what I mean. There's going to be nonstop shill infiltration.
Yeah, but that cannot stop us from progressing and counter striking. You understand? We have to strike them. We're gonna have to fight these people sooner or later.
That's why I think it is happening organically, though. Like, because a lot of people are flat earthers now. So it's like, even though we're not organized, people are just in a way organically coming together, like on social media, like how we're talking now on YouTube. It's happening slow, but it's happening though. So there is awareness. But I want to just be careful about the shills that they want to be leaders, people that want to be moderators because they want power to eliminate who they don't like.
Fuck what they want. We cannot be, we can be aware of the shills, but not be scared of them. Don't be scared of nobody, of nothing. If you go to war, you cannot be scared. You have to.
Well, that's why I call people out. That's like whenever I see it or hear it, I'll say it like immediately, even in a chat.
So now check it out, how you can turn something around. Lots of people told me, but you know what? If we make a federation of flat earthers worldwide, or an association, or some kind of a group, something organized, of course it's going to be infiltrated and everything. But look at TFE. They infiltrated us without us being organized, without having no organization. So this is also a good example for us to understand that infiltration can happen also when we're not organized.
Yeah, that's true too.
This is what, and I believe that if we were organized, it would have never happened. Because if we were organized, we will be organized around a core of people, like a solid core of a few officers. This is how you make a group. You take like 6, 7, 10 people together, bound together like brothers, and then out of this you have more and more soldiers, and you build around. So the guys cannot come to the core. They can just gravitate around, and they can
That's what
be
I think's
exposed.
happening, Sam.
Yeah.
Look at that's how I think what I think's going on now is the fake flat earthers are getting exposed. Now
Yeah.
that core is like forming, and the people that are saying illogical, dumb things, they're not going to get it. But then
But-
again, there are channels that support that. There are
But-
channels that support Dave Weiss. Get it?
Of
So they too have their group they're forming. So it's you know what I mean? It's just more groups.
Exactly.
I'm kind of more individual minded though.
Yes, but because you think about yourself. If we think about ourselves, it's the best, to be individual, because you don't want to get in trouble. But if we think for the collective, it's something else. That means that we can only survive as a community if we are organized. If we organize, it's much harder to fuck with us, because we have the contacts all over the place. We have the people. We have the money. We have our intelligence services. We can know who you are, where you live, whatever. Just don't fuck around with us. You want to fuck with us, we can fuck with you. But as a a herd of wild animals going around like this, just like waiting for people to hunt us
Hey,
down.
well, God looks after us, Sam. God will protect us. God will guide us. We have to pray about it, and then we follow what God wants us to do, like what the Bible says.
That is true too. But the thing is that, you see,
it's true. It's absolutely true.
As a Jew, we have a slightly different teaching than in Christianity. For example, of course, God is love and God wants good for us, but God has laws. Even Moses had an army. Moses was talking to God face to face.
Yeah.
He can make miracles. Why do you need an army? No, he needs an army. You understand? That means that even though God
even
can
Jesus too, his team, they had weapons. They could stop
really?
the Romans. If you look at that story,
You see that?
how Peter cut off the ear of the Roman.
Yeah.
And you know what? You have to be pretty close to do that.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what I'm saying is like Jesus, his crew, they were armed.
You see the same example, and people that are close to God always have to have
But look at even Jesus was betrayed though too. So it's like no matter how good the group is, there's still betrayal.
Yeah, but in that story, he was betrayed, but it was at the end it's gonna be for the best. Like it's like something bad turns into something good. Or you can transform something bad into something good. Look at the state. For us Jews, the state of Israel is something good, but it came from from something bad. It came from the Holocaust. The Jews used that Holocaust, and they said, "Okay, we're going to use that now to create a state." Say, "Okay, it's enough. Look at what happened." So of course they used it to create a state.
But then again, they might be doing bad stuff though too. Like that guy Netanyahu, he might be doing bad stuff. We don't know. But then again, I don't think he's a Jew. I think he's a fake. I don't think he's real.
He's from
Poland, he's like a reptile. You know that? Like the reptile people? That's what Netanyahu is.
From your point of view, from the outside, you might see him as somebody evil. From the inside, I tell you the way I see him, is a guy that is very much connected to every fucking elites in the world, like all the elites.
Yes.
That's 100%.
Yes.
But now you have to understand something, that on the other side, for us in Israel, for the state of Israel, is doing a lot of good. That means that he's the kind of guy that's going to use everything he can. He's going to use everybody in order to attain his objectives. So he can be Illuminati with Illuminati. He's going to be a Freemason, but he's going to use this for the state and for survival, because people here are trying to kill him. Lots of Israelis.
Well, he's gambling. He's gambling with your guys' lives.
Well,
No, that's why I say he's not a Jew. He's not like a normal guy. Like a normal person. He's like you said. He's like the elite. He's not.
But
you know what I mean?
So far, look at the wars that we have. No country in the world, not the America, the Chinese, and the Russians together, could have ever done what Israel did to the Iranian, to control their airspace in like 2 days.
Well, you gotta admit,
to decapitate their fucking generals in like
Israel
2 days.
has help from USA though. You
No,
got to
it doesn't matter.
admit that. You
It,
got
it
to
doesn't.
admit that.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Well, you got to
You can
admit
have help
that.
with the Russians, and the USA have help from us, and help from also other people. So it's always a game, but it's Israel that goes there. You understand? And it's
Yeah.
mostly the Mossad. Don't believe that the Americans give everything to Israel. It's like games. It's like you give me, I give you. It's like it's not
Well, it's like
the
a
true.
partnership. I mean, the people that
Yes,
run
but
Israel, that's like the same people that run United States.
yeah, yes and no. That means I tell you something. The Jews are smart people. They're survivors. So they're gonna use everything they can to survive and to stay alive. So now, if you have a big state, big country like America, so you're gonna try, of course, to go there in order to have their help. You don't want to have the help from fucking North Korea or from Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, you don't have any Jewish lobby. It's free. In North Korea, there's no Jewish lobby. It's free. You understand? This is stupid because it goes both ways. No, the technology we give, we have a lot of high tech people here. The technology we give, the patents that we have, we also share with them. For example, like the F-35 that we receive from America, we take all the fucking electronic in the garbage, and we put our own electronics, much more advanced than the American electronics. But
Does
don't you
it?
think
Does
we
it? Do those jets? Do they work on the Sabbath?
Oh, it's yeah,
It's just a joke. I'm sorry.
no,
It's just
but
a joke.
it's allowed. It's allowed to work for security. It's allowed to
Okay.
work on Shabbat. For security, you can do everything which is forbidden. At one point, if it is for security of to survive it, for surviving,
Okay.
you can just cancel all the laws. There's only like three things we cannot do. For surviving.
Yeah, I know
But
what that means. Yeah,
besides that,
it's meant for rest. It's meant
yeah,
for not working. It's meant for resting.
it's a deep,
Even
deep
the animals, right?
stuff.
The work
No,
animals.
no, no, no. It's not for the animals. It's not for the
Well,
animals. It's
no,
not for
think of it.
the
It
trees.
is because even the animals get a
No,
day off on the Sabbath.
I don't know about that. I
You
think
don't
the
know
work
about
that
that?
it keeps
Because
on
look at
doing.
the people. If the people don't work the fields, it's not like the bull is going to start tilling the ground on its own. So even the animals take a day off on the Sabbath.
Yeah, the animals that are close to the Jewish people, yes,
Yeah, the
they can
working animals.
because they won't,
Yeah,
they won't be working. But anyways, the Torah is not made for the animals, and even for the nations. You don't have to do Shabbat. You don't have to eat kosher. For according to our books, to our scriptures, you can eat snakes, you can eat cockroaches, you can eat
oh,
everything.
it's gross. I
Yeah,
wouldn't do
only
that.
only there are basic laws. You cannot eat an animal alive or part of an animal alive. So everything which is like oysters and everything is forbidden because you eat them alive. Okay, it doesn't have maybe the same feelings than another animal, but eating alive, eating with blood, it's forbidden. Those are
Yeah,
like basic laws for everybody because it's not good neither for us, neither not for you also. But all the rest
yeah,
of those are laws that are proper to the people of Israel because they have a special role to play. So they have to have special tools
and it's meant
in
for
order to fill
health
up that
too.
role.
Like those laws,
Yes.
they're not just meant for to be holy. It's meant to be like safe,
Yeah,
like
but you see,
healthy for the body.
this is discussable because today there are lots of products that are kosher that are absolutely not healthy. Coca-Cola is kosher, it's not healthy. A lot of
Yeah, it's
shit
not
they are
healthy.
kosher. You understand? So there's a big problem today with this. So it's not, can a poison be kosher? You understand? So that's the thing.
That's true.
We have to be careful today. Everything is like mixed up. But again, to
Well,
come
all
back to the
right.
flatters, to come
Yeah,
back to the
we got a
flatters
couple
community.
minutes left. We got maybe like 6 minutes or so left.
Okay. So just to tell you that about the Flat Earth community, we have to understand that we are very important, very precious, very exceptional, and we can make the difference. We have the potential to make the difference. I'm not talking about just like talking about Flat Earth, smoking, and just talking about the Flat Earth or this is bullshit. We have to act at one point because
Yeah,
again,
do both.
no,
Not just smoke weed, but
knowledge
also
we have to
get formed.
again, knowledge comes with responsibility. You cannot be
Yes.
aware of a crime that is going on and don't do nothing. You understand? So that's the
You know
problem that
what?
we have.
Also, it could be like we're doing God's work in a way. Like
Of course, that's 100%.
God's spirit is motivating flat earthers whatever religion they are,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
if
of
they're
course.
atheists, God's spirit is coming down on the people to talk about it because it's a huge deception that the earth is a ball.
Of
And
course.
God does not want people to think dumb things that aren't real. So God's spirit is moving people
But
to talk about it. And like me, I debate about it, and a lot of people, like God bless Mikey Smith, for his car. He goes everywhere with his car, he does his thing. It's like God's spirit
but
motivating people.
again, I tell you, the people that are seeking for the truth, about flat Earth, about anything else, uh, automatically they're gonna, at the end, they're gonna find God, because God is at the center of the truth. There's no lie in Him. So the more you investigate, the more you digging, for truth, and the closer to God you're gonna come automatically. So the thing is that, of course, God is acting in this whole affair. But again, remember, the flat Earth movement is not just about the shape of the Earth. The shape of the Earth is what's going to bring us together, because the Earth, we all live on the Earth. Jews, not Jews, Christians, fat people, black people, blue. You know,
Fat people and blue
like,
people.
people who's like a Trump or somebody like fucking Star Wars. Like all kinds
Yeah.
of people. So that's okay. We all live in the same place. So it concerns everybody. And this is made to get us together. But then we're gonna go deeper. Then it's
Yes.
gonna be like deeper and deeper. That means that the flat Earth movement is about exposing not just the lies about the shape of the Earth, but all lies. And
Yes.
this is very important, because it's a big fight. The fight for flat Earth is a spiritual war. It's a fight against everything which is natural, everything which is good, everything which is godly and holy, and that's the war. You understand? So that's why these people, they say they might come to the point where they're going to say, well, at one point, okay, you're right, the Earth is flat, but it stops there, and just don't say anything anymore. Just okay, it's possible to have a 24 hours on the Earth. It's possible.
But
Everything is
that's when the
possible. But
lies come in, the dumb things,
exactly,
the confusion about.
exactly. So
And
we are.
everything's really easy. Once I started to put it all together, how all the lights are moving, it
Mhm.
does seem very easy, like
But
very simple how God made it.
but look how important we are for these people to have been sent, to have been mission, to have the mission to start the flat Earth movement, to be at its very foundation, to create it in order to better, kill it and better implode it. And this is what I wanted to tell you, is that in the scriptures, it is mentioned something like this. When Pharaoh, when the king of Egypt sends those nurses, and maybe I talked to you about this.
Yeah, we were yesterday.
Yeah, he sends those nurses that are supposed to deliver the babies. He sends them to kill the babies as they deliver them. So it's the same thing. Those nurses today that we have in the flat Earth community, that were supposed to just create the flat Earth movement, make it come to life, make it, bring it to life. They have also the same mission than those nurses, is to kill it at the same time. As they bring it to life, they're gonna kill it. So this is what you have to understand. This is the logic behind this. You understand? How can you have somebody that's going to create something in order to kill it? Because in that case, you control the evolution of the movement. You control its growth,
Yeah,
its birth.
that's how they were trying to kill flat Earth, was by being the leaders. And
Exactly.
that's what I always been saying. They say dumb things to people, and they're not using logic, especially when it comes to this final experiment fraud. Hey, anyway, Sam, we have about a minute left. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Love you, brother. Love having you on, and I would like to have you back when you have your
Yeah, the video.
movies finished. Do you have any final words for the audience?
No, just to tell you that what's going on here is that they are trying to turn flat Earth against the flat Earth community. This is
And
very
it
smart.
doesn't
It's a very
work.
smart move.
And it
It,
doesn't
it,
work.
it, it can make some damage on its way, but it cannot work. It will not work, but they
Okay.
can make some damage.
Okay, well, all right. Bye, Sam. Thank you for coming
Thank
by.
you.
I'm going to remove you
Thanks
now,
to
right?
you. Go
All right,
ahead.
have a
Go
good
ahead.
day, man. Bye. Okay, well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to end the show. Everyone have a great day. That's it. God bless you.